Fighting with yourself also creates imbalance in relationships. When we do not accept ourselves, we start begging for acceptance from others. We want them to appreciate us, validate us, and when they don't, we become upset. But the problem is not outside, it is within. Once we accept ourselves, we no longer need validation from anyone. We feel complete within, and this inner completeness makes our relationships healthy. Stopping the inner fight fills us with deep courage. As long as we fight within, we remain afraid. We fear that our weaknesses might be exposed, that people might reject us. But when we fully accept ourselves, that fear disappears. Then we can stand before the world exactly as we are. This is real courage. This is true confidence. When you stop fighting with yourself, compassion is born. Compassion is not only for others, it begins with yourself. If you cannot be compassionate toward yourself, you cannot be compassionate toward anyone else. Stop blaming yourself. Treat yourself gently. Only when you view yourself with love can you view others with love. This is why self-acceptance naturally creates compassion. Understand that stopping the inner fight is not a momentary thing. It is a lifelong awareness. It is not a one-time decision. It is a reminder you give yourself every day. I am not against myself. I am with myself. And when this remembrance sinks deeply, you become steady within. No situation can shake you. You discover a friend within yourself. A friend who will carry you through every difficulty. Ultimately, stopping the fight with yourself leads you to the greatest secret of life. Because when the inner conflict ends, the separation between inside and outside disappears. You become one with yourself, with life, with existence. This oneness is liberation. This oneness is joy. This oneness turns life into a celebration. Remember this. The biggest battle is not outside, it is inside. And the greatest victory is when you stop fighting. The most dangerous effect of this inner conflict is that it makes us doubt our very existence. We begin to think our desires are wrong. Our emotions are wrong. That something is fundamentally flawed within us. And when a person starts believing he is wrong at the core, the desire to live slowly fades away. This is why many people sink into depression. Not because of the outside world, but because of the wounds they give themselves from within. But the day you start telling yourself, you are right as you are, that very day the flame of life begins to burn again. Stopping the inner fight means embracing your shadow. Within us there is not only light but darkness, not only strength but weakness, not only courage but fear. As long as we deny that darkness, we keep fighting it. But when we say, yes, this too is a part of me, something extraordinary happens. That same darkness gives us depth, humanity, compassion. And this acceptance is what makes us whole. Stopping the inner fight is not laziness. It does not mean nurturing your weaknesses and saying, this is just who I am. It means accepting yourself as you are and allowing natural transformation to happen. If you force change, it remains superficial. When you nurture yourself with love, change becomes effortless and deep. A flower does not bloom by pulling its petals. It blooms with water and sunlight. In the same way, when you stop fighting yourself and start nourishing yourself, transformation comes on its own. Ending the inner conflict is the staircase to inner silence. As long as conflict exists, silence is impossible. The mind keeps struggling, either with the past or the future. But the moment you drop the struggle, a deep peace descends within. This peace leads you to meditation. This meditation introduces you to the depth of the soul. Stopping the inner fight means seeing yourself through eyes of love. Through love, you see not only your flaws, but your beauty, your worth, your humanity. You realize you are complete even in your incompleteness, valuable even in your weakness, and growing through every mistake. This vision frees you from within. Love is the medicine that heals every wound, and it must be applied to yourself first. Also notice that fighting yourself disconnects you from the world. You begin to see others with the same harshness with which you see yourself. If you cannot accept yourself, you cannot accept others. But when you embrace yourself, Suddenly you see that everyone is worthy of acceptance. This is why those who find peace within spread peace wherever they go. Stopping the inner battle is the greatest freedom. Holding on is always a prison, whether it is holding on to yourself or others. As long as you fight yourself, you remain imprisoned. But the day you drop that fight, you become free. No one can bind you anymore. No one can limit you, because your greatest enemy has become your friend. This freedom is the true festival of life. Understand also that stopping the inner fight requires forgiveness. You must release your past mistakes. You must understand that you acted according to your awareness at that time. Without mistakes, how would you learn? Every mistake is a lesson, but if you hold on to mistake, it becomes a burden. Forgive yourself. Release the burden. Stopping the inner fight means being free from comparison. We constantly measure ourselves against others and then feel dissatisfied. But every person is unique. Your journey is yours, not anyone else's. When you accept your own path, comparison drops on its own. This is self-acceptance. And self-acceptance makes life simple. When you stop fighting yourself, a deep energy awakens within. This energy makes you creative, loving, peaceful. It connects you with existence and shows you that you are not alone. Life itself stands with you. The one who finds peace with himself finds peace with the whole universe. Stopping the inner fight means understanding your emotions. We often suppress them and then fight them, but when we observe them, we realize they carry messages. Sadness asks us to pause and look within. Anger shows us our boundaries. Fear reminds us to be alert. When we treat emotions as messengers, they stop troubling us. Stopping the inner fight means realizing that you already are exactly who you were meant to be. Existence created you unique and complete. Trying to become someone else is fighting your own nature. But the moment you accept, I am who I am meant to be, life becomes simple. This is the truth of the soul. Stopping the inner fight means sinking into inner silence. A silence not of sound, but of conflict-free peace. Only in this silence can you hear the whisper of the divine. Only in this silence do you realize how miraculous life already is. Only then do you see that everything is already fine. When you stop the inner war, your entire outlook changes. You begin seeing opportunities instead of burdens. You stop blaming yourself and start inspiring yourself. You start loving every part of yourself. This shift transforms your life. It makes you lighter, freer, more joyful. And finally, this is the deepest truth of life. Stop fighting yourself. Your biggest enemy is not outside. It lies within. And when you stop seeing it as an enemy and make it your friend, everything changes. You become peaceful within, loving outwardly, and one with existence. This is liberation. This is joy. This is meditation.